Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Get Well Soon XOXO. I'm your host Maddie Manic and today we'll be talking about girl therapy. It's probably not exactly what you are thinking, or maybe it is, but basically girl therapy is just like a somewhat new trend on TikTok where girls talk about the things that they do that serve as like a sort of therapy dupe and is like an attempt to mimic the benefits of actual therapy. So yeah, that's what's happening today. But first, as always, we're going to do some updates. So I didn't do an episode last week, which I'm sure some of you noticed. But with like everything we had going on this past week, I just felt like it would be a good like time to just take a week off. So that is why I didn't have an episode last week. I just felt like I wasn't really gonna be able to give it my all. But we did have a very beautiful funeral service for Mason's grandpa last Tuesday. And then we spent some time with his family. And then Wednesday was my birthday, so I woke up to a very cute little birthday setup in our living room done by my amazing husband. And then I was able to work from home that day because I would have taken it off, but it's like a Wednesday and everybody's working, so I might as well be making some money if I'm not going to be able to really do anything anyways. But yeah, we just ended up going to dinner at this Mexican restaurant called Maria's with some of my family, and it was a very fun time. I am obsessed with Mexican food. It's my first choice anytime I want to go out to eat, unless it's Cafe Trang, which is my other obsession. But I did receive just a ton of super sweet messages, and I just felt so loved. So it was a very great birthday. And then Friday, we went to my in-laws and celebrated my birthday with them over dinner and some games. So that was also a lot of fun. And then Saturday, we got all of our errands done and I got the house cleaned. And then we went to a couple of Hot Works classes and got a very good workout in. And then went over to my parents' house for dinner and had a very good karaoke session. So that was a very fun time as well. And then Sunday, we went to my in-laws for dinner just to have dinner with them. And so, yeah, that was fun. Just got to hang out with them some more. And I think I've covered all of the updates, though. Very fun weekend. And then just hitting a brand new week. So, yeah, I say we head into the episode. I did also want to mention I am visually recording this one, so this episode will be up on YouTube for those that like to go watch those. So yeah, trying to get back into that. But yeah, so girl therapy, or really just therapy dupes for anyone, because you know you can just make it your own. But for the sake of the TikTok trend, I'm just going to be referring to it as girl therapy because it also just sounds more aesthetically pleasing. I'm just really gonna list off some of mine and like talk about them to help you guys get the idea and also give some ideas of what I've seen on TikTok. So I think one of the most known and like common ones is retail therapy. I am quite the pro at retail therapy, if I do say so myself, and I really do think it does a great job as being a therapy dupe. However, it is not really that great on the bank account, if you can imagine. It can definitely get a little spendy, but you know, most times I'm just placing like little smaller orders on Amazon for stuff that I need, and then I'm still coming home to packages on my door, which is like the best part. So it's not always requiring me to break the bank, but I definitely do save up here and there for stuff I've really been wanting, and that is always super fun and gives me something to look forward to. I do think that sometimes it is more fun to place the order than it actually is to receive the item. I feel like I just have like high expectations when I'm placing the order, and then sometimes I'll get the stuff and it doesn't live up to the hype. So that's always a little disappointing, but I have no problem repeating the experiment to see if the next package or packages bring me more happiness. Oftentimes I will just go through sites and like put stuff in my cart that I really like love and like it was like that's cute or whatever, not really with the intentions on actually placing an order. But that is where it gets a little dangerous, because I feel like the more that I look at my cart and I look at the items in it, then the more I try to convince myself that I can splurge a little bit and just maybe take this stuff out but then like get this stuff. I tend doing that a lot, so it's definitely also not a great habit to just to like fake shop, but gotta be a little bit cautious with that. Another one of my girl therapies, and I know this one is also probably a pretty popular one, is treating myself by getting a cute little coffee or matcha drink from a coffee shop instead of just making it at home. I try to stay away from the really crazy ones usually and just stick to like the very basic like coffee and cream type of drinks, because I know that the really pretty and fancy ones do have quite a bit of sugar in them. But you know, sometimes you just gotta treat yourself, and I find a lot of happiness in having a little cute coffee drink. So definitely one of my therapy dupes for sure. And nothing says girl therapy like blasting your favorite playlist and just taking your time to really do your makeup and just get like totally done up. Like, I feel so bad for anyone who hasn't experienced this, because I literally feel like listening to some fire music and just taking your time to get ready and just having it fun with it is one of the most therapeutic things I can do. Like, it's just the best time. I just have so much fun with it. Like, dance a little bit, you know, singing. It's just so much fun. And then when you pair that with getting ready with your friends while listening to some fire music, oh boy, it is quite literally unmatched. You gotta like just try it. Like have fun while you're getting ready. Have some fun music. Like take your time. It can be so much fun, and you don't know it until you try it. So on that same sort of idea, everything showers is my next bit of girl therapy. This definitely requires a little bit of prep even before the shower. It's not just the shower in itself, but this is where you're like completely pampering yourself and just doing all the things, skincare and hair care and just whatever you normally want to do in your shower or nighttime routine, but like don't always have time to do. So for me, that starts with first massaging oil into my scalp a couple hours before I'm going to be showering. So it really has time to like do its magic, work its way in. And I feel like doing this has made my hair like so much healthier. It's made such an overall difference on the health of my hair, and I feel like it's just like softer and I don't know, has a little bit more life to it. But then right before I'm getting into the shower, I will dry brush my entire body, because dry brushing has so many benefits on the body, which I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory, but if you don't know what that is, it's literally like what it sounds like. You get a brush, like I mean, it's like a scrubber brush for like a shower. I don't know how to. I can't think of the name for like what the bristles are made out of, but mine's like a little circular like wooden brush, and I just literally like before I get in the shower, my body is like dry. I'll just like scrub my entire body with it in like circular motions. And dry brushing helps to reduce cellulite, increase circulation, exfoliate dead skin, and then stimulates the lymphatic system and provides stress relief, which sounds like therapy dupe for me. But then I will, like before getting in the shower, I will start my diffuser, which has lavender oil in it, because lavender is supposed to help you feel more relaxed and like help you get to sleep easier. So with my nighttime routine, I want to have like the lavender oil in it. So that's just going while I'm in the shower. And then in the shower, I will shampoo my hair twice to make sure all of the oil is completely out and that my hair is super clean. And then I will shave and do my gua shaing, because if I don't do this in the shower, the gua shaing that is, I have found that I just won't do it at all. So, you know, I'm habit stacking in that sense. And then once out of the shower, I will use my body oil with my moisturizer to really make sure my skin is just super moisturized and hydrated. And then I'll do all of my hair care, which most recently includes the K18 hair mask, which is supposed to work wonders on colored, damaged hair. And I am not even joking. I already feel like my hair was 10 times softer the first time I used it this week. So definitely a fan. Definitely going to keep using that. And then I will always use heat protectant in hair oil and leave-in conditioner every single time I wash my hair, because I want my hair to be as soft and silky and healthy as possible. And I'm constantly using heat on my hair, like even if I feel like I'm not planning on it, I feel like I end up doing it anyways. So heat protectant is always a must for me. And after all that, I head straight into my skincare, and that will conclude the everything shower. I always feel so refreshed and relaxed after all of this, so I would have to say huge therapy dupe for this one. I also feel like any sort of maintenance thing I do is major girl therapy, like getting my nails done or my hair done is just so therapeutic. And then leaving the nail salon or the hair salon with the finished product is just the best feeling ever. So definitely big girl therapy piece right there. Candles are also a big form of girl therapy for me. I know I've talked about them before on here, but I seriously love candles, and I feel like they just make the perfect vibe, and they always smell so amazing, and I feel like I can just feel some of the stress leaving my body every single time I light a candle. And like making them is even better. I'm obsessed with the place here in Utah, the Wick Lab, that we have gone to a couple times to make candles, and it is so cute in there, and it's just so fun to make your own candle and then like be able to make your own scent, like smell all the scents, like figure out what's going to be the best combined, and then just be able to light that candle in your home that you made. Like total therapy dupe. I love that so much. Like candles themselves, and then the act of making it. It's just fun and like relaxing. I just love it. So that was my next one. And then also, I feel like nothing says girl therapy like finding the perfect Netflix series to just binge while you're all cuddled up on the couch with your favorite snack or drink or whatever it is. I mean, like, why sit there and think about your problems when you can just turn on Netflix and get lost in some fictional drama? I, for one, am all for forgetting about real life and just getting caught up in a TV series every now and then. So, definitely one of my favorite pieces of girl therapy, which brings me to my next bit of girl therapy, which is reading. I seriously love reading so much, and I feel like it is so underrated, but I just love when I find a super good book that I don't want to put down, especially when it's like one I wasn't expecting to be good, like the ones that surprise me. Those are always the best. But it's just such a relaxing and therapeutic hobby, and plus it's making me more literate, so I feel like it's a pretty healthy therapy dupe. I know when we think of girl therapy, we are thinking of stuff that like de-stresses us. So low intensity workouts like Pilates or yoga would be the perfect way to go for me. And when I want to step it up a notch, candlelit Pilates or yoga is just like a whole new world of relaxation and very stress relieving. And also a very healthy therapy dupe, I would say. So, another great one that I love. And then my last bit of girl therapy is a clean house, or like a little weekly reset to get your life and your house prepared for another week. I seriously don't think there is a better feeling in the world than a nice clean house after a long week, and like just putting on some good music and taking some time to get your house clean and just, you know, be like cleaning on its own can just be so relaxing and like takes your mind off of things. And I just love lighting some candles right after I get everything all cleaned, because it just makes for the most immaculate vibes ever. So yeah, I just feel like my life feels so much more like, has so much more like order and like organization to it when I am able to just do a little reset and get my home and life, figured out. So, another big bit of girl therapy for me. I do think that is going to be it for this girl therapy episode, because I'm sure that I could totally think of way more if I had to, but I feel like this just kind of gives you guys the basic idea of it, so we'll just stick with what we have. Thanks as always for listening up to this point, and I do really hope that you guys have enjoyed this episode and can just figure out your own little bits of girl therapy or any therapy dupes. I think I will be doing next week's episode on organization and the positive effects it can have on your life. And for that, I will be having my mom on because she's actually a professional organizer and knows a lot about that. So stay tuned and be sure to listen. I do have to check with her to see if that would work for her schedule. So that's the only reason I don't know if I'd be doing it next week, but thinking about doing it next week. But yeah, as always, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave this episode or the podcast a review if you haven't yet, because I will love you forever. And as always, you can find me on Instagram as maddie.manic for my personal account, and getwellsoon ___xoxo for the podcast account, and maddie.manic for my TikTok, and then get.well.soonxoxo for the podcast TikTok account. And my YouTube is linked in my Insta bio and TikTok bio, and I'll have all of this linked in the show notes. Thanks again for tuning in, and don't forget to live your life beautifully. Talk to you next Wednesday.